Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Davo from Archon Esports, bringing you a slightly different Starcraft 2 1v1 cast today. I say it's slightly different because it is from Bronze League. That's right, it's from Bronze League. I do actually cast Bronze League games occasionally. I think it's about the 6th or 5th one I've done on this channel, and I will be casting it today. It is from the subreddit Cast It, and the name of our... It's not this guy. The name of our uploader today is this, PANsatyLedr. PANsatyLedr. I will just be calling him Pan from now on, if that's okay. His name will be Pan, just because I might find that a little bit too difficult to say, you know, in tight spots or whatever. Okay, so I'm basically going to be commenting on things, you know, doing my normal commentary as well as commenting on things that I genuinely think these guys are doing wrong, simply because they're in bronze. I want to help them out a bit, okay? For instance, Cowboys does not set his rally point, left click on hatchery, right click on minerals, right? Just simple, no problem. No problem at all, because that will stop. You know, he's playing it like Starcraft 1, and that can be a bit difficult. And we do have Mr. Cowboys scouting up and around the place as well, which is actually fairly good as well. Okay, but let's actually introduce our players formally. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have our Red Zerg, who is Cowboys in all capital letters. So not only does he like Cowboys, he likes to shout about them as well. In the top left-hand corner, we have Mr. Pan. We have gone over this. He is our Blue Terran, which, by the way, is my favourite combination of race and colour in the game, apart from Teal Protoss. There we go, and he is, of course, blocking off the top of his ramp, and that is the very, very sensible thing to do against Zerg. Not so necessary against the other races, maybe against Protoss, depends what you're feeling like. Yeah! Grew to the V, baby. So, as I say, I will be commenting... Oh, sorry, I just nudged my screen and stuff nearly went everywhere. I will be commenting on these games. I will be pointing out things that I think these guys are doing wrong. You know, not everything I think they're doing wrong, i.e. this guy's just queued Marines. You should just try to have one queued at a time, primarily because if you have 3 queued like this, you're wasting 150 minerals, because it will charge you for the minerals that are queued as well. So, at the moment, for example, you know, Pan could have enough money to expand, you know? There you go. That's basically what's going on. And then by the time his expansion goes down, he would just be able to afford another Marine anyway, so he's not losing anything. A bunker going down on the top of the ramp right there, because maybe maybe Pan was expecting some aggression. And that's fairly wise to say, seeing as Cowboys is actually attacking, and the Zerglings are mindlessly trying to get into the base right here, but don't actually succeed. And just do get gunned down by these Marines. Oh God, what a shame. What a shame for them. Cowboys is expanding. Nice. Okay, so, you know, I think maybe Cowboys actually understands the basic idea of Zerg. It would help if he just left-clicked on his hatchery, right-clicked on his minerals, and that time, every time he builds a drone, they'd go straight there. I mean, maybe he likes doing it this way better. Hell, maybe he's really, really new to the game, and there's no shame in that at all. That is absolutely fine. He has joined the best game on the PC, the best competitive game on the PC, the best competitive game I genuinely think ever. It has one of the best communities. Just look at Cast It. You know, look at the Starcraft Reddit. It's just great. Everyone's nice. You don't get bad people on it, really. Which not what we can say about MOBAs, where if you just go back and look at our Smite coverage, if you're interested, at why I say that, because you will see that somebody was very, very rude at all points, just in no general direction either to me and Phonics. Like, they were just kind of talking to me and like, they weren't even talking to us directly, but they were just more, it was more just like a blur of swearing and various other nastiness. But there we go, this SCV is working on a command center that will be going into the hatchery. The natural expansions of Pan pretty damn soon, and he may want to move some of his Marines down the ramp right now. I mean, he's got many Marines compared to how many Zerglings Cowboys have. has sausages. Huh? How did I slip that in there? Nobody will ever know. A factory on the way for Pan. Meanwhile, we have the Citadel itself, the layer, coming out for Cowboys. He wants those Cowboys to come, and by Cowboys, he means higher tier of units and upgrades. Yeah! Cool. Excellent. These Zerglings back here are going to be getting very busy. I genuinely don't kind of know why Cowboys has done this. If he wanted to just watch for things that were going to happen, maybe he should have just put a Ling on hold position, or just put a Ling there. There's no need to have 4 Lings there. There's no need to make them patrol like that. You know, just saying. Just saying. Not trying to criticize too much, but he shouldn't have that queued for the reason that we were talking about earlier. Because if that wasn't queued, then you could afford something else, like a starport. Well, actually, you can afford quite a lot, so, you know. But hey, it is a low level of play at the moment, and I do just want to kind of commentate and help, you know, a little, if that's okay. If that's diddly-K. And we do have a planetary fortress coming out here again, which I would also say is a mistake. I believe this should be a orbital command, and that there should be a bunker here to defend the ramp. The planetary fortress is kind of superfluous. It's not necessary, if you get my drift. Just move all your units down here, salvage the bunker, build a new one. And then that's fixed, you know. Meanwhile, Cowboys is expecting some mental aggression, even though there is none on the way, because he is building 4 spine crawlers, and that kind of goes to show, if you don't scout your opponent, then you're just going to end up wasting minerals in the long run, because if he had scouted, he would be able to see that Pan has expanded, therefore is in no shape to move out at any point in time. So, again, the spine crawlers are kind of superfluous. I wish I could... surpluslurous. I don't know. I wish I could say that word properly, but there you go. See, that is all that Cowboys knows is going on at the moment. I don't want to be too critical, basically. You know, I really, really don't. That's not what I'm setting out to do. When I came into casting this game, I didn't want to do this. So, you know what? I'm going to sit back and just enjoy. And that is the name of video games. Enjoyment. Meanwhile, Mutalisks coming out right now for Cowboys. Actually, the most advanced unit on the field at the moment. So that's pretty interesting. And I'm sure they're going to be swooping around and trying to do some damage pretty soon. Maybe. Unless Cowboys is just going to be playing pretty passively. There's another Mutalisk over there. And another 3 Mutalisks on the way as well. He does need to collect more gas. If he collects more gas, he can afford more Mutalisks, and if he can afford more Mutalisks, he will win the game at this point in time. Because, I mean, Pan only has 18 Marines. I don't think he's got Stim just yet. He is researching Combat Shield. Stim should be on a fairly high priority of things to get as a Terran, but again, Bronze League, fine, I don't mind. Oh, Infestation Pit coming down for Cowboys as well. And that will obviously allow him to progress into the highest tier of Zerg unit. And by any standard, that's fairly early. So, yeah. And here we go. We have harassment of the mineral field right now. Workers are dying. A reasonable amount of workers are dying. Actually, where are the Marines from Pan? The Marines from Pan are coming up right now. The Mutalisks are going to want to be very, very careful indeed and fly away. Cowboys has the idea down for Mutalisk harassment. He knows just what he's doing. Look at this. And he snipes the SCV as well. Pretty good stuff. Flying over the bunker could have been a big mistake. He does see that his opponent has a planetary fortress as well. Is he going to be taking out those SCVs? He is. So at the moment, let's just watch this workers killed unit. Selection rise. Ooh, just getting away from those Marines in time as well. Of course, getting Stim would help Pan chase down the Mutalisks in a fairly big way. Lots of barracks there for Pan, probably realizing he's got quite a lot of money and he needs to spend it, and no doubt we're going to see lots of Marines queued up soon. There we go. Lots of Marines queued up. And I guess he's just holding down the A button there. Yeah, he is. So he's queued up 6 times 5 is 30. He's queued up 30 Marines. And then if we times 30 by 50, we get, wait for it, 1,500 minerals. Bam! Look at that maths! Why not? God, I'm so impressed with myself. So, the problem that Pan is doing, okay, he's just queued up 1,500 minerals worth of stuff that he could be spending on other stuff. It's a very big example of it, but for that many minerals, he could expand 3 times and a bit. You know, I just think, yeah, that's something that he will want to look at. I mean, if you really have to queue, if you think that you're going to forget, just queue 2 of each. Because that way you're not spending anywhere near as much as 1,500 minerals, you know? Yo, no. There you go. Oh, Corruptor's on the way as well. So we do have Cowboys very largely going for his Zerg air units, and we have a Greater Spire on the way. That's right. Who needs core units? Who needs roaches and Zerglings? Screw them. We're just going to go straight for the Greater Spire, and that's absolutely fine, because this is Bronze League, man. Anything can happen in Bronze League. Cheese usually happens. That happens a lot. Yeah, so, let's see what happens. That should be pretty cool. Also, we do have 2+ weapons and armor on the way for our Terran player, and concussive shells also. Excellent. Even though pretty soon I'm sure that Pan will learn that his opponent has little to no core units at all. In fact, Cowboys does not have core units apart from what are at the watchtowers and what are idly patrolling around the map. So just a little, if Cowboys is watching, hello. I'm sorry if I've been a bit harsh on you so far, but core units are a good thing. You should be getting some roaches or maybe something. I mean, or at least some Zerglings. Just saying, Mutalisks are good, but you know, once they get counted, man. Right, and PANsatyLedr. Very nice. With his planetary fortress standing tall, good amount of SCVs actually, and he just generally has all round more SCVs than his opponent has drones. You know what? This actually could be a fairly dangerous situation for Cowboys right now. Because this army, if it decides to go places, Marines are very, very good. Never underestimate how good Marines actually are. Like, they kill stuff so quickly. It is unbelievable. If the Marines were to get under this, it would be gone. Instantly. Almost instantly. With very little loss to the Marines themselves. That's why I say that Pan is in trouble. Sorry, Cowboys is in trouble at the moment, and Pan is looking slightly ahead. Now, is that just intuition? No, I thought these guys were going to move over here and just have a scout about. And very shortly, I'm sure Pan is going to be pumping some Vikings, more Vikings than he has already. But of course, Vikings already a pretty good decision. Not terrible. He has seen air units from his opponent. Blimey, I am thirsty. That is just ridiculous. It's horrible. Yeesh. Okay, so Broodlords are attacking the back base of Pan right now. What is Pan going to do? His forces are in the middle of the map. Are they going to be able to... Oh, no. They aren't really going to be able to intercept anything. Meanwhile, Pan has just become supply block. Broodlords here are just destroying the back of Pan's base. The workers' kill count going up and up and up. For Pan's units, unfortunately for him at the moment, Vikings responding and going to be trying to kill off the Broodlords. The Mutalisks are covering the Broodlords quite nicely, and Mutalisks are actually surprisingly good against most forms of anti-air, apart from Phoenix, really. In fact, Mutalisks are just very, very good indeed. These Marines are coming in, and we're probably going to see what I mean. They need to move directly under the Broodlords, and then look how quickly those look at that, man. Oh, God. Broodlords die quite quickly to these Marines, and you know, Broodlords aren't the you know, they've got a reasonable amount of HP. Actually, a fairly reasonable amount of HP. That is something, you know, worth taking into consideration. Meanwhile, Pan is not really producing too much anymore. Out of his many barracks, he's just making Marines. That's absolutely fine. Vikings on the way. Good counter. Maybe just get Marines, though. But, I mean, the problem with Shakura's Plateau is there's so much of what we call dead space. Let me explain. This area here is dead space. All of this is dead space. All of this is dead space. Dead space is an area of the map where your units can just sit and blow up the enemies with no problem at all. Like Cowboys is about to demonstrate for us, I'm pretty sure. Or is he just going to come round to the second base? Okay, he's going to come round to the second base. But, okay, basically what I mean, Broodlords have a really long range, right? Like that. See? There's no way that a Marine is going to stand here and shoot that Broodlord down. Or here, for that matter. So, I mean, Pan is going to have to get some Vikings to traverse the dead space anyway. It's probably not best that he overkill the dead space just yet. And those Marines are going to be shooting down some of the Broodlords, but if the Broodlords are positioned slightly further back, the Marines wouldn't be able to, and then Pan basically wouldn't have a counter for this thus far. But we do have Marines coming in to Cowboys base right now, and Pan needs to watch the Marines, or is he just going to try and run straight by? The Marines are getting absolutely smashed there by the Spine Crawlers, losing almost half of them. They do look like they're going to be able to take down the hatchery for Cowboys and actually just even this out a little bit, you know. Neither player making anything at the moment. It's always advisable to be making stuff. You should never ever stop making stuff. And it does look like the Broodlords are probably just going to be carrying on their assault. I thought they were going to be heading down the back, but no, that's absolutely fine. And I have just realised the Broodlings are essentially very big, very small Broodlords. I'd never noticed that before. Just saying, it's pretty groovy. And these guys are going to get taken down, unfortunately, because they're not getting underneath the Broodlords quick enough. So there we go. Meanwhile, the Hive does look like it's probably going to go down as well. Or not, because these Zerglings are actually just going to be able to get the Marines down, because the Marines are so intent on killing the Hive. Another stim coming in there from Pan, just trying to focus down the Hive, but he has not been able to. So Pan in trouble at the moment, even though Cowboy supply is low. Cowboy's mineral count, however, is very, very high. 2,500 minerals to 1,000 gas. It's not looking good for Pan at the moment. He is producing way more than his opponent, though. And, of course, Vikings, very, very important indeed. It will be interesting to see who wins in the DPS race. The Planetary Fortress survives with 10 HP. He needs to repair that. He needs to repair that. It's going to blow up. Oh, my God, he repaired it at like 3 HP in. Very nice from Pan. Of course, the master of suspense. These guys need to be mining as well. But, you know, that's superfluous. Cowboys is rebuilding his second base. All of those Spine Crawlers, I can only presume, are all dead. Because they didn't get moved when the creep receded. And Spine Crawlers die when not off creep, just like every Zerg unit. It's a little bit like a goldfish out of its bowl. And are we going to see a tech switch from Cowboys? That is the question. Is Cowboys going to tech switch? Who knows? Maybe. That could be interesting. 1+ air weapons on the way for Cowboys. So I'm not sure. Who knows? Who the hell even knows? Right, so let's think of something to entertain Okay, actually no. I'll quickly talk about the stream in this moment of silence. Right, for any of you who are not familiar with Archon Esports, you will probably not know that we are a YouTube channel that uploads Starcraft content as often as we possibly can. Anyway, basically, lately we've tried to get into streaming, but it hasn't worked too well because we want to essentially make all of our content good enough. Let's just put it like this: good enough for us, and good enough for us is perfect. So if it's not perfect, we ain't doing it. Okay, we have loads and loads of medvacs and Vikings heading out right now, but the medvacs are empty, and here we go. It does actually look like Pan might just be able to end the game here and now. Lots of medvacs on the field, and they are just going to be healing up the Marines on the ground, and it genuinely looks like Pan is going to have this game under his belt. Yeah, easily. See what I mean? Marines just cut through everything, and Cowboys has left the game without a GG. And Pan, you know what? Pan is just going to carry on murdering his opponent's stuff, and then he's going to leave. Okay, cool. So there we go. That, you know, I generally try to avoid casting Bronze League games simply because of how slow-paced they can be. But I do like to try and help people with their game through casting them. So there we are. A little bit of what I was just trying to say there and finish off with. We tried to stream. The stream quality was bad. It wasn't good enough for us, therefore it's not good enough for you. So basically, this is the replacement for the stream. YouTube, we are posting all of the games that we were going to stream. And that's that. There we go, basically. So subscribe, follow us on Twitter at Archon Esports. Have a look at our Twitch TV, even though it isn't up yet because of various technical issues. Oh, I hate that line, technical issues, it's terrible. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.